strengthen the core and work on your balance. You don't even need a mat, and anybody can do this. So let's get going. First things first, we want to stand hip width apart, gently rocking onto our heels and onto our toes. And this is to ensure that the feet have enough weight in them evenly, and there's not too much pressure in the balls of your feet or the heels. Next up, we need to find that neutral pelvis. So if we tuck the pelvis under and then push the hips down, and so we find that nice natural curve of the spine. So we tuck under and release. You can do this a few times. This does take a little while to get used to, so there's no pressure. The more Pilates you practice, the more it will just come very naturally to you. Now breathing in, lifting the arms up and back down. From that shoulder joint, fingertips are nice and long, spine is nice and long, chin is parallel to the floor, arms out to the side and then come back down. Breathing in and breathing out. And again lifting up and pushing back down. And lift. Core is nice and strong. And now we're going to tilt the right ear to the right shoulder, and the left hand comes up and pushes back. Feeling a good stretch right at the top of that shoulder. Other side, left ear down, right hand behind, and down. Other side. And bringing it back in, and other side once again. And come back in. Good. Now I'm just going to turn to the side. Feet still stay hip width. We're going to nod the chin down, round through the spine. We're going to do our first roll down. So hands come down. And bend the knees, restack, lift all the way back up again. And again, nod the chin. So imagine you're trying to draw a C with your back and your spine. And restack, come all the way back up. And again, breathing out. This is so good for releasing tension in the back and all the muscles in your shoulders and your arms. Restack. Good. One more time. Down we go. And from here we're going to draw a circle with the wrist coming from the shoulder joint. Again, this is really good to relieve tension, and go the other way. And relax. Let's go to the left arm. Circling around. No tension in the neck. And the other way. And then hands come behind the back, bending the elbows, and then push the hands up towards the ceiling. Feeling a really good stretch in the top of the shoulders and the chest. And then drop the hands, slowly restack. Come back up. From here we're going to go into our Pilates squats. So keeping this pelvis really still, going to breathe in and breathe out. Bend the knees, looking forwards, pushing into the heels as you come to lift back up. And again, sitting down and lifting up. Pushing into your mat. Really strong grounding through your feet. Making sure your core's nice and strong. Toes are facing forwards. Now you can make these a little bit harder. You can lift the arms out, wrists in line with the shoulders. And push up. From here we're going to have the feet hip width apart once again, arms out to the side. Breathe in and breathe out, just lean over to the right and squeeze back into the middle. So your wrists are in line with the shoulders. This is to warm up the sides of the body, starting to activate the core and the obliques. No tension in the shoulders, make sure they don't rise up into your ears. Keep going, so breathing into the middle and out. Very good, pop your hands down. Now take your feet nice and wide, and your left toes are going to face over to the middle of the left of your mat, and your right foot comes in slightly. Reach over to the left and then turn to look up and squeeze back up. So you reach over, hand down, arm up, and then squeeze back up. Very good, let's keep going. Turn, breathing out nice and slowly, restacking the spine. Really using the sides of the body here. Quick scratch of the face always helps. Then lift up. 3 more, let's go. Hands down. So if you start to feel dizzy, just slow down. You don't have to keep up with me here. Reaching over and just looking up. This works wonders for the waist. Last one. Come back up. Fabulous. Over to the other side. Working our way over to the other side now. Right foot out. Left toes facing in slightly. And left arm up. Breathing out. Reach and come up. Try not to let the left shoulder move over too much when you're down. Keep the wrist in line with the shoulder at all times, so the top of your body is nice and evenly balanced. So breathing in, reach over, stretch down. Doesn't matter where your hand goes, down your leg, as long as you're stretching out. We'll do a couple more here. Nice and slow. Enjoy the stretch. And restack, come back up, hands down. Back into the hip width apart position, pelvis in neutral. Hands out, down by your sides. Breathe in, keeping the core nice and strong. And reach all the way down that leg, however far you can go, and slowly squeeze all the way up. Breathing out. And restacking the spine. The more your hand trails down your leg, you'll find the further you go as your body's starting to really warm up now. Last one here, and then let's go over to the other side. Hand trails down and lift up. So you might find here that one side you go over further than the other. That's completely normal. Just make sure that your ear isn't touching your shoulder, so you're letting your waist do all the work. Have a little shake out if you need to. So standing up nice and tall. From here, keeping the feet hip width apart and your pelvis in neutral. Going to come up onto our toes and then gently lower back down. This exercise is fantastic for really testing your balance, stretching out your ankles, and helping with your control of your body. Now, to make this harder, hands can go out to the side and then lower them back down. They can come out in front. So try not to wobble. If you find that you're wobbling when lifting your hands, don't lift your hands up at this stage. Slow and steady will always win the race. Just keep squeezing. Keep that chin parallel to the floor. Now our ankles are warmed up. can pop your hands onto your hips. I'm going to turn around now and just show you from the side. Pelvis stays in neutral. Core's nice and strong. We're going to bend that right knee and then slowly push the heel as if it was going back to the floor, but don't let the foot actually touch the floor. Lifting up and lowering down. So hands can come out in front if you want to, or you could hold on to the wall if you really needed to, depending on what level of Pilates you are at. But by not letting that foot touch the floor, you're working your core even more. And it really helps to strengthen up the knees as well. So you should be feeling this now in the left foot and the left leg. And now we're going to switch over to the other side. So arms out. We're going to bend that left knee and push it down. And squeezing up and down. Keeping the pelvis nice and still, don't tuck under. Breathing out. Nearly there, keep going nice and strong. You will be feeling it in the other leg. And last one. And relax. Shake out the bottom part of your legs if you need to. So from here, feet hip width once again. Going to lift up that right knee, and the left hand can go out to the side, or you can hold on to the wall if you want to. You're going to imagine someone's pushing your knee out to the side whilst keeping that left hip nice and still. So you don't want to twist from the waist, you want to let that hip do all the work. You need to hold on to a chair for stability, that's fine, or the wall. Better to make sure that you're really strong in your muscles rather than wobbling and having bad form. Let's move on to the other side now. Feet hip width, grounding that right foot flat into the mat, arms out, and that knee just comes in and out. Try not to let the knee swing too much, have control over it. And make sure you keep smiling as well, it always helps. You'll feel this in now your right side of your body as well. We've only got a couple more to do. Keep up with me. And your last one. And lower down. I'm going to turn from the side once again for this exercise. This really does affect your balance, and I really would recommend you hold on to the wall if you need to. We're going to extend the right leg back and push up both our hands down to the floor. So this really helps with core strength. If you're, like me, if you wobble a little bit, don't worry. If you fall, just try and fall with control. And just simply stand back up again. Exercise is also very good for the glutes and the hamstrings. We've just got two more. Nice and slow. Doesn't matter even if you do 2 or 3 that have perfect form rather than 8 or 10 where you're wobbling and not performing the exercise as well. Come to stand back up. We'll go now on the other side. So make sure the feet are hip width to start. This will really help with your balance. That right leg is glued down to the mat, and left foot comes back, and then come to restack the spine. Just breathing out, reaching down. So imagine that the hands and the feet are working as one. Remember, you should feel no tension in the neck here. So don't let your head have any stiffness around that area. We've only got 3 more left to do. Take a deep breath in and breathe out when you reach down. And your last one. And back up to standing. Give your legs a good old shake out. You should feel lots of tension in your muscles when you do this. It means that they're really working very hard. Feet back to that hip width position. And we're going to extend the right leg out and squeeze it back in, but don't let the foot touch the floor. So here you can have your arms out like a T shape if you want to, or you could hold onto the chair or the wall. Squeezing in and out. So try not to tip the body over to the left too much. You can pop your hands onto your hips if you want to. Or we can make it even harder. So foot comes out, hands come out, and then everything comes back in. We've only got a few more left. Squeeze and in, fingertips nice and long. Well done. Other side. Right foot glued down into the mat nice and strong. Squeezing out, coming back in. Squeeze and in. Squeeze and in. And let's try it with the hands, arms out to the side. Hands come down and everything comes out. Breathing in, breathing out. Breathing in and out. Keep the smile on your face nice and big, nearly there. Last one. Fabulous work, well done everybody. We're going to start just to slow it down and stretch it out now. So bend that right knee and pop your right hand over the right foot and extend your left arm out nice and long, fingertips long. And now bring that right heel down onto the floor. Sink into that left foot, toes facing up towards the ceiling. Coming to stand back up. Left side, left hand over that left foot, right arm comes out. Nice and long. Coming back down, left heel into the floor, toes facing up. And feet back together. Nod the chin, roll all the way down. Hands come down to the mat. And now if you can, pop your hands behind your calves to really push and get a deeper stretch. Rolling all the way back up. So now we're going to pop the right foot over the left thigh. Now really take your time here. I would suggest holding on to the wall if you're very wobbly, as it will really help to strengthen you out and get the best out of the exercise. This is fantastic for stretching out the hips. If you have sciatica or very tight legs or a bad back, this exercise, this one stretch, is like my little miracle stretch. You might be a little bit wobbly, just like me. I was having an off day, I think. Elbows into the knee and the ankle. And then gently releasing, coming to stand all the way back up. Take a deep breath in, lift your arms and breathe out, lower down. And again, lifting up and lower. Lift and lower down. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you enjoyed that, and I really hope you felt it in your core. A lot of work we do when we're standing on one leg, we are using our core a lot. This is why we need to practice this in order to gain more core strength and obviously work on the balance. balance, and this will help you through so many things in everyday life. If you enjoy this, please give it a big thumbs up and like and subscribe.